Hello, and welcome to the Obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke, episode 27. My name's Mike Hurley.
I'm Kermit.
And hey, look, I just got done telling you talking to the mic, and the first thing you say, you move your face like 6 inches to the left and talking to the desk.
I'm so getting a new mic.
Like, you're a DJ, you're a comedian, you're a co-host of like the top 12,000
you almost choked
podcast in Orlando, and I think maybe now's the time to learn talking to a microphone.
I'm gonna figure it out one day.
You just got done telling me you're gonna buy a microphone that you speak into the side. Right before we press record, rather than move your head an inch in the proper direction, you're like, I'm just gonna buy a microphone.
It seems easier.
Idiots. It seems easier. All right, fine. I'm not even. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah,
man.
Been a busy week for you?
Not really. Besides just doing the open mics, I just the summer camp's ending, so I'm kind of like winding down and getting my groove back.
Yeah.
But this week's kind of I got to meet the teachers.
So
I go to the schools and
and you basically say I'm not a pedophile?
Yeah, and I panhandle pretty much. Hey, we got a karate school. You should go. You should come and join us for your after school. And all
I thought it was one of those things where, like, because you do a lot of the school pickups and stuff like that. I thought it was one of those, like, you have to go show your face around to be like, hey, when I show up in a white bus and have a bunch of kids, don't call the cops.
That too. And we have tags on the bus. It's not like it's a white bus, no windows.
So do you do that? Do you do like a sales pitch to these schools? Do you go in and one day you go in with your gi and you hold a board and you let some kid break it, and then all the kids are like, we want to break boards too?
In the beginning, I did that. And then me and my dad looked at each other one time. We're like, this is the most stupidest shit.
Was it working?
No. Everyone looked at us and kind of like you saw the dad smirking.
Yeah.
Like, look at this asshole.
Like, yeah, that's a 1-inch pine. And he broke it with the grain. I do that accidentally when I'm working with my scroll saw on the weekends.
So we stopped doing that completely. We just show up regular clothes and we talk. Dude, so this happened to me just today, actually. It was the craziest thing. So a lady comes up to me.
Yeah. Wow, that is crazy. Like, you getting approached by women?
Whoa,
special day in your life.
Special day.
All right.
She comes up to me and she asked for information. And when she's asking for information.
And this was out of school you had gone to?
I'm at a school.
Okay.
While she's talking to me, her son just puts his finger right by his mouth and her mouth and goes, shh.
How old was this
shut
kid?
Up.
How old was this kid?
I don't know, maybe like 7, 8.
Oh my God.
And she shut up. And then like she's like, okay, I just want some information on the karate. And then the kid goes, I don't like karate. And he walks off.
Wow.
And she's like, oh, okay.
I'll tell you right now, with that attitude, he's going to learn some self-defense one way or the other.
So I was wondering, do your kids talk back to you?
Oh, man. If they did, I would be talking stories about my one son and not my two sons. Like, no, dude, you tell me to shut up, tell me to shush.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. I mean, I came up at a different time. Like, you got hit for that stuff. Like, remember the good old days when you could hit your kids and the world was a better place for it?
Yeah, it's called discipline.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know, now let's. I'm not for beating a child.
Yeah, I'm not saying take your weekend out on your kid. I'm just saying a couple little pops in the mouth will kind of settle them down.
Yeah, and you know, that theory holds true for everybody in life. You know, it's like you know, a lot of the younger generation, even the teenagers, 20-somethings, they talk really tough online and everything, and that comes from never having to pay the consequences for what you've said in real life. That's why.
Dude, there's adults now that need to get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, just. I think I've said before, I used to talk a lot of crap about people, and I'd get punched by them, and I'd stop talking crap. It's not that the crap wasn't true. It's just I learned I didn't like getting hit.
Oh, okay. That guy punches.
There's consequences. There's actions and reactions.
Oh, he speaks with his fist. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm done talking.
Oh, keyboard warriors.
Well, all right. Well, that's what happened with me. That's my week.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
And we, you had a set at the Geek Easy. I know because I was there last Thursday night. The Geek Easy, that's Winter. Was that Winter Park? Winter Garden.
Winter Park. I'm in Winter Garden.
Right by Full Sail.
Yes.
Yeah, right by Full Sail. Yeah, that was a fun show for the most part, man.
It's a comic book store that turns into a. It's not anymore.
It's no longer. They used to be a comic book store with a bar in the back and a stage for performances. And I guess now it's two separate entities. Like one person owns the comic book store. I met the other guy after the show that actually runs the whole bar. It's his bar. I guess he bought it like, I want to say he bought it like just this past year he took it over or something like that. But he's actually interested in doing bigger shows there moving forward.
Oh, really?
So I talked to him for a little bit. And yeah, it was a fun show, but I felt like it suffered from what a lot of shows suffer. It was just too long. It was just too long. Like, they put on a lot of comics. They started late. And maybe I'm saying all that because I was closing out the show.
Yeah, because I think because you're closing out, you're like, screw this.
And everybody was going over their time. And then it's like one of those things where 3 comics before I'm due to get up, the audience, like, we lost like 25% of the audience. And it wasn't that they weren't enjoying the show. It'd been 2.5 hours. It was time to go.
Did that many people bomb? I remember the guy before me bomb.
Did I say bomb?
Okay, didn't do well.
Oh, did I even say anyone didn't do well? I said people were going over their time.
Yeah, but like you're saying, they're kind of like the audience.
There were some really good sets. There were some really good.
Say.
Well, even if it's a great show, you get exhausted after like 9. That's why most movies are like 90 minutes. You know,
right?
I mean, hell, I'll be honest with you. There's sometimes now I'll show up at a movie and I'm exhausted by the time the previews are over, because it used to be just like coming attractions, and now it's all this.
It's a half an hour. Yeah, it's a half an hour. I already timed it.
It's
between
long.
the commercials and then the trailers. It's half an hour.
How you feel about people like here's how I feel in a movie theater. I don't mind if you talk through all the jibber jabber before the previews, but once the previews start, that counts as part of the movie experience. Like, I don't mind if they're showing that film up there, like, hey, rent this hall out for blah, 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 blah. Or during the summer, we have blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, they're doing the advertising for local businesses.
Right.
People can talk all through that.
You can talk.
But once previews start, shut your damn mouth, put your phones away. That's part of the movie experience for me.
I feel like that's the open window where you're allowed to make 1 or 2 comments. Though I find it funny when
you're that guy,
because like someone will watch a movie trailer and then all of a sudden hear that's gonna suck.
Yeah,
I kind of find that funny, but don't do that for the whole movie.
Yeah. It even, you know what's funny? You say something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I can kind of be on board, because at least they're paying attention to what's going on the screen. I'm talking about the people sitting 2 rows behind you having a full-on conversation.
You got to be quiet.
You're supposed to be.
Yeah,
I never have luck at movies, dude.
Are you going to the AMC
especially now that you pick your seats. Like, this is how I pick my seats. I go, oh, there's a lot of people in that row. I'm not going to be that douchebag that puts myself right in between. Oh, there's 2 seats empty between this group and this group. I'm not going to take those 2 seats. I'm going to let them have those 2 seats. I've been in theaters where everything's open and people will pick the 2 seats right in front of me. And they came in after me, so I know they picked them after they saw the little blue dots. And it's like, bitch, just pick your own side of the theater. I give you a whole side.
You like that whole choosing seats now?
Here's why I like it, kind of. I kind of like it because it's no more, hey, let's hurry up, go in there and find our seats and save it and then send you back for the concessions. I like the going, hey, I can take my time. I got my seats.
And you don't have to show up and watch the previews if you don't want to.
Right. And also, especially with the kids, when I take them to the movies, I like going on like Fandango online or whatever. And if I click on a movie like, oh, this one starts at 10:30 this morning, I click on it and I see that's already filled up and the only seats available are in like the back left corner. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that much money to sit up there. So I'll go to the second showing and be like, oh, okay, all these are open. We'll take the center. And movie seats not even an issue anymore, as long as most theaters I like going to have those like recliner type seats now, like the full on your dad's favorite chair seat, you know.
Yeah.
But I hate when you show up at one of those theaters and it's still those little plastic Frontier Airlines plastic, you know, like stadium baseball. Are you going to a
dollar theater?
I haven't. No, I've heard about the one up in Altamont, though, the Dollar Theater.
Is it still around?
Yeah, it's still there. Drove by. Is it bad?
I don't know. Just the sound of it sounds gross.
What about you? Go right around the corner here over at West Oaks. Do they have the nice recliner seats now? Or
Not yet. They're just broken, so you just lean back into them. They recline.
You're so ghetto.
They're super ghetto.
You're so ghetto.
You know what we forgot to do? I mean, we went right into it. We forgot to go into topics that we're supposed to do.
No.
Oh, where you can find us at and stuff like that.
Like I said, I think it's the dumbest thing you can possibly do because they found us. They're listening.
Found us. All right.
No, go ahead. Let's do it. It'll make you feel better.
Well,
go ahead.
Now you do.
You put in all the work.
Son of a...
You're the one who put us up on all these places. So
you can find us on iTunes and Spotify, and that's it. There you go. And Google Play and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook.
And of course, our home site.
Podbean.
Right. And if you want to email us, you can email us at
Obligatory Podcast.
And if you want to find us on Instagram, you can go to
The Obligatory Podcast.
Yep. And if you want to find us on Facebook, you can
The Obligatory Podcast. Yeah, it does sound stupid now saying it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it all out there?
Yeah. Also, I want to do a quick shout out. I went on Facebook recently and I I got really hyper for the Venom movie that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
And
Can I just say the first trailer looked like crap?
It looked horrible.
It looked like I thought they were pranking us.
Yeah.
It looked like the worst Halloween costume ever created. Was that intentional, you think, or did they take the feedback from how many people hated that trailer?
I think that was intentional.
You think that it was like a bait and switch?
Bait and switch.
Let's get any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, because they crap all over and then they hit you with a good trailer.
Yeah, so second trailer was pretty...
Second trailer is awesome. The poster came out as a Japanese version of the Venom poster. Mm-hmm. And one of our fans / buddy of ours named Dwayne Holland, he got the first edition, like 1 out of 100 Venom posters for me.
Oh, wow.
And he just gave it to me.
Wow, where is it?
It's not in frame, so I got to get it framed.
It's not in the frame.
No, it's just rolled up. So, but thank you. So I just want to say thank you for that. And I appreciate it.
So if nothing else ever comes from this podcast, you got a cool poster.
I got a free poster.
And we got that big friggin' magnet out of the deal.
Magnet on the wall.
Is that showing up on the camera? Probably
it's
not.
behind you.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So, but yeah, that's it. That's all my announcements. Oh, we got a show on August 29th.
We do?
Yes, we do.
Who?
Double check. You
Where?
do. And you are headlining on Wednesday at the Orlando Improv.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Look at that mug.
August. That's not the picture I want to use. Yeah. August 29th at the Orlando Improv. I'm headlining my home club. Very happy about that. Gonna have some very special guests on that show. Gonna have Kevin White, of course, Charlie Bowie, one of my favorite up and coming guys, Eric Lutz, who a lot of people on the scene just know as the blind guy that does
Daredevil.
Yeah, he did during the roast of Black Panther. He played Daredevil. And that was pretty good. And yeah, Kermit will be there too. So. No, of course you're going to be there. It's going to be great, man. And what I really like is it's also representative of some of my favorite podcasts, like this whole show, because, of course, we have the Obligatory podcast that we do. Charlie Bowie has gone on. He's got the Poke and the Bear podcast, which is doing quite well for him. And, of course, Kevin White has the Foolish Mortals podcast, which deals with a lot of entertainment and Disney stuff and everything else and geek stuff. So, yeah, it'll be really fun. And then...
so that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comics?
Yeah, something right about there. So it's going to be a good show. And hopefully, I think the last time I headlined there, 2 years ago, I had you on the show, and we had a sold-out room. Packed.
Oh my God!
There wasn't a seat left in the house, and that's when they told us, "Hey, our sound's down."
Yeah, we had no sound.
We have no sound, and they held the show for like an hour and 10 minutes while they got some tech out there to fix the sound.
I feel like we should bring my speakers
just in case, because. Let me tell you something. If you think starting a show 15 minutes late is an issue, an hour and 10 minutes, there were people who left before we started the show just because they're like, oh, we hired a sitter. We need to be home by this time.
Dude, but they were nice, man. There was a good crowd, and I'm shocked they stayed that long.
Yeah, well, I'm worth waiting for.
All right.
At least that's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been busy around here this week too, man. Because we can talk about this. Because by the time it posts, it'll be over.
We can talk about it.
You've been getting ready for a baby around the house.
Not my baby.
Oh no.
No. The manager at the Improv, Krista. She's been very supportive of us over the years. So she's pregnant and having a baby. So all the comedians decided to chip. Well, not all, but most of the comedians decided to chip in, and we are throwing her a surprise baby shower tomorrow. And my girl and Ken Miller's wife decided to take the helm of it. And, oh my gosh, they went way over budget.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, I walked in here tonight, and it was literally Babies R Us up in here.
Yes, and my girl's like going a baby crazy factory. Arts and craft over there.
Ridiculous. Like, the amount of stuff she's working on in here tonight.
I made a diaper cake.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
You made that?
I helped.
I saw it. It looks inedible.
And then it's just weird.
Yeah.
I never knew what the hell a diaper cake was till.
Is this a stack of diapers that's supposed to look like a cake, or a cake that's supposed to look like a stack of diapers? I'm so frustrated. Yeah.
But I'll use them later, So
yeah.
I could reuse diapers.
Sure.
We didn't use them all.
Yep.
But whatever. So that's the baby shower we got going on tomorrow. Wednesday.
So we'll do that, and then also at the Improv tomorrow night. So that's at what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
6 o'clock, because then Open Mic starts out at Fat Fish Blue at 8 o'clock. I'll be hosting that. And then on the main stage, Carmen Vallone has his comedy class graduate show.
Yay.
Yep.
Okay.
It'll be a fun night at the Improv, as always.
Man, I feel like we did a really long commercial.
Yeah,
we did a lot of promos right there.
We kind of good.
kinda did.
We're supposed to do that. So
All right.
But yeah, you know, I saw pulling into your complex today.
What's that?
I saw one of those like vans from like the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm talking about, like the big fat vans with the stripes on the side and stuff like that. I believe
Like
they're called
18?
like kind of, but a little bit more recreational. And like I always thought it was like a dad van. It's not a minivan. I think a lot of them are called Mark IIs or Mark IIIs.
With the curtains inside?
And the big tire thing.
Yeah.
And it had on the side slapped on, you know those magnets you can get for like when you're in business, but you also want to take the truck out on Saturday nights.
Right, of course.
It's kind of like that.
Like
Kinda
the
our
magnet we have behind us.
It had one of those on it, but it had like all different ice cream types. And I'm like, man, this
Oh, the
seems
ice cream machine or ice cream truck or van.
ice cream van.
Yeah.
Like ice cream trucks, cool. And I even like seeing the trucks that are set up like, okay, this is made to be an ice cream truck. But when you just see a recreational van from the 90s with a slap-on magnet on the side, come on, man, you know that dude's abducting children. Like that's like the temporary slap this on, cruise the area, see if any kids come running up to me, and it's a bonus if they have $2 for a snow cone.
Or selling some good weed.
So then I started looking around, and I'm like, you know that guy doesn't have a license, right? You know that guy's like when your sign comes off and down, up and down like that quickly, you know you don't have permits to be selling confections and shit. And then I'm like, your whole neighborhood, man. I drive through here late at night on the way home leaving this podcast.
Okay.
And there's if you go 10 miles or 5 miles down the road on 50, it's like you'll pass a gas station that looks like abandoned. The pumps are boarded up and everything, but there's a guy outside selling orchids and redneck flags. You know? What? I don't get it. In the age of the internet, who goes, look, I'm walking away from my 9 to 5. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the money. I'm going to buy me some ribs. I'm going to get a smoker. And I know they could go anywhere to eat with those big, health code things hanging on the wall. But I'm going to take the risk that these people are going to pull over at 10:30 to an abandoned gas station and buy my food. Like, who does that?
I'm that guy.
You buy, come on.
I buy like street tacos.
No, you don't. Are
Yes,
you a
I
food
do.
truck guy?
I mean, late at night, I will.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What's your favorite food truck food? Like, how can you even trust
I wouldn't
that
do
stuff,
ribs,
man?
but I do.
How can you even trust that stuff?
But you don't. You just kind of roll the dice with your colon.
I can't even, because here's the thing. Like, yeah, chain restaurants, like when we go on the road, I try not to eat somewhere like there's an Applebee's everywhere, a Chili's everywhere. You want to check out some of the local stuff, because if you're traveling, why not go to someplace
Okay.
good? But at the same time, at least you know they're a corporation who's ordering from a bigger brand name. Like, I don't trust that the guy in the food truck, like, bought ribs, on Monday. And, I've worked restaurants. You got to stamp that stuff. You know when it expires. I can't trust a guy who bought the ribs on Monday, but then it rained all weekend the next weekend, so he didn't get to use them. And he's like, well, I'm not just going to throw them out, and like they sat out there, cooked, then frozen again, then heated up again, then sat out at room temperature. And then, I don't know, man.
Do you eat food at like farmer's market and stuff?
Hell no.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, I do it all the time. It's great.
Nope.
I love
so
it.
many no's.
I love barbecue at farmer's market.
Really?
Yes. There's one at Lake Eola. His name's JJ's. Best barbecue in Orlando.
When they do like the Sunday flea market, farmer's market thing?
Yeah. Every
I don't
Sunday
know.
he's there.
The only thing I trust is like the kettle corn there, because I can see the kernels. I see it go into the little
Man,
pop
you're
thing.
missing out, man. You got to eat
Am
some
I
street
missing
meat.
out on what? Tapeworms?
No,
Is that what I'm
yeah.
missing out? Man, you don't know life until you got parasites.
You got to eat some street meat, man.
Do you realize how horrible? You're doing nothing to sell me on the idea of this is good stuff.
You don't like street meat?
No, I'm such a white dude when now I'm realizing that's when my whiteness comes out. Like,
Man.
can I see your permits? What'd you get on your last health inspection?
You gotta open your mind up, man. Get some meat in your mouth from the streets.
How do I feel that's going to become the audio clip from this whole thing?
Street meat.
Street meat.
Hey,
You know what? That's your new. We've been talking about what we can do to make Instagram and YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I think we need to do street meat with
Street
Kermit
meat-
Gonzalez.
Street meat fest.
Just, hey man, there's plenty of guys going around interviewing and looking in those big fancy restaurants where you need reservations.
Let's go interview the guy in OBT selling street meat at 3 a.m. Let's go. What you got there? Looks like a hamburger, but it's not.
Hey, welcome to Pools, Tools, and Tacos. Hey, Pools, Tools, and Tacos. Didn't you used to have a building? Yeah, I couldn't afford the overhead.
Yeah, man, the rent's very high. Very high.
Blup, 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 blup.
Scene.
Scene. Yeah, I don't know if you, well, actually you do. I kind of, I challenged you, I think the other
we're
night.
doing this?
I guess so. I think I kind of challenged you the other night, and I just said, you know what'd be fun?
Yeah.
Let's just go out. You know, Steve Sanchez, who does a lot of our editing, he's kind of like a producer around here. I guess you
Yeah.
could say that. He always says the things he enjoys the most are when you and I kind of go back and forth and go at it.
All right.
So I kind of felt like he does so much for us. Let's give him a little bit of a treat, and let's just.
You want to go? How you want? So the whole idea came from there's a YouTube video of these guys doing joke to joke, right? So we're doing it where it's insults. 'Cause I feel like comedians are the best because we can insult each other and not get angry.
Not get angry.
That's what I like. So
Yeah, let's see if that works out.
let's see.
See if that works out.
Let's see if that works out.
So you ready for this?
No, because the camera went out for no damn reason, and I don't know why. Because I charged it 100%, but it's all right.
Is that
Of
all right
course,
now?
the card is full somehow because it makes no sense.
Just when you think you got it all figured
Dude,
out.
I will never have anything figured out here. Every time I say I'm gonna have it figured out, it never works out well.
So do you have a backup plan today for the cameras?
I kind of do, but now it kind of messes up the whole podcast flow of it.
Well, if you're listening at home, look, here's the deal right now. We could totally do the thing where we, just stop recording audio. But unfortunately, Kermit's so anal about having like cameras and everything else. Like that would mean having to stop the cameras and re-edit the cameras and line stuff up. So what I'll do is I'll just keep talking like an idiot for like 2 minutes while he sets up a backup camera.
That's not hard for you to do.
Now you get into the microphone. Now you find the top of the microphone. We didn't even start the insult round, and this is where you want to
God
go.
dang
But
it. I
the
cannot
benefit
stop
to
it.
you is if you're listening at home, you can just forward through this.
Yeah, forward through all of it.
Forward through this. Like if you're watching the video on YouTube, you just watch and kind of see Kermit when he gets up, and then you just keep moving forward till he's back in his chair again. So that's
I
it.
can't even do what I want to do because this damn thing's dead, and it's a whole thing. It's a
Oh
whole
well.
thing. and-
So I guess we're just gonna do this off one shot, huh?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Or I got an idea because I'm a freaking genius.
Do you?
Sort of.
You're gonna jump in on that? That's gonna tip over.
Yeah,
'cause
well-
that's water.
Let's move all this out of the way.
Okay.
And now everyone's like wondering why we're doing.
And now we don't.
And that's definitely not working out. That's definitely not working out. And I can't move that because that's your camera view.
No. Oh.
Oh wait, right there.
Not gonna work?
It's gonna work.
Okay.
That's gonna work.
Get it off this.
There you go.
There you go.
That's gonna work.
All right. And
All right,
then
we're back on.
Sanchez is gonna have a blast editing that all together.
He's gonna love this.
This was, hey, Steve, if you're listening, that was all Kermit.
All right, I'll
was all
take the
Kermit.
full blame for this one again. All right, who wants to go first?
Ladies first, go ahead.
Oh, see. All right. So the whole thing is, if the joke is funny, you have to. I'm already giggling. You have to give it credit to the points, right?
That's right. We're friends here. We're friends before this. We'll be friends
I have
after
a
it.
feeling I'm gonna lose. All right.
All right. Let's go.
Your face always looks like you're trying to sip a milkshake through a small straw. Okay.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're so short. When you sit on the curb, your legs dangle.
You look like a homeowner that leaves his price tags on everything you purchase.
Fair enough. You're so short. When you're having sex with your girl, she asks you to go up on her.
Okay. All right. You look like Mario with Downs. It's a meal. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's so dumb.
You're so short, you had to stand on a chair to reach puberty.
Okay. You have a body of an hourglass with too much sand.
It's like the sand's in the middle. Yeah, like the sand. Yeah, it's
Okay.
more-
Okay.
yeah, okay. People call you a dick not because you act like one, but because you're the length of one. See, it's a short joke, but I didn't say short.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I got you.
all right,
I got
all
you.
right.
I got you. Your dress for success theory is turning your underwear inside out. Okay.
You were so ugly as a baby, your crib had tinted windows.
Okay. You look like you max out on a treadmill.
Okay. All right. You're so short, your driver's license photo, I can see your feet.
It's a wide view. Oh, this is going to be so bad. Hey, 1950 call. They want their gangster hairstyle back. You see? Yeah. Okay, so bad. See? Man.
Your mother goes down more than the ice cream machine at McDonald's.
Hey, that's personal.
And that's a lot. Can I get a little shake? Oh, our ice cream machine's done.
I think you won.
No.
You look like you look like every oh my god. You look like the number one suspect in all police sketches.
Okay. You're so ugly when you go to masturbate, your hand says, not tonight, I have a headache. All right.
You baked potato in jeans.
You're so ugly, your parents should have named you Link. As in the missing.
I see what you did
You
there.
see what I did there?
I see what you did there. You like to have sex cowgirl position because you have lower back issues.
That's true. All right, fair enough. If I was in a room with you, Donald Trump, and Hitler, and I had a gun with only 2 bullets, I would shoot you twice.
Hey! So, I think you won. I'm tapped.
There's no winners here.
There's no winners here.
All right. Well,
All right.
that was the first one.
That was the first one.
I think we can do better.
We can do better next
Yeah,
time.
I had one more singer.
You might as well knock me out with it with the 1-2 combo.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You are so unfunny.
Oh, see now it's
You
now,
got beat by Bill Kilpatrick. In the roast.
that's low. You said no personal.
What?
Low
That's
ball.
not. That's a stated fact.
Oh man, it is
Sip that Modelo like a baby bottle.
like a baby bottle.
Oh well.
All right,
Well, how'd that go?
I think it went fine.
It will get edited.
We'll get edited and be better.
Probably.
hopefully. Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I think we were too nice to each other, to tell you the
I
truth.
feel like it a little
I
bit.
feel like there was no real animosity there. We're gonna have to step it up.
We have to step it up. I'll start hating you after episode 27.
I was expecting a lot more older stuff from you.
See, I thought about that, and I was like,
Yeah.
Meh.
But after that, you probably should have.
I should have. After that joke, right? He should have.
Yeah.
Well, screw you. That hurt, actually.
See, this is why I wanted to do this before the show, because now I feel like you're like closed off and you're like a little bit like.
No, I am not hurt at all. I
No.
find he's hilarious.
Yeah, so you're laughing so hard, water's coming out of your eyes.
Not now,
No,
but I was laughing.
you know, I was just kidding about 4 of those.
You got 4 more?
No, I said I was kidding about 4 of those.
Oh, okay.
The other 8,
The other 8 for sure.
dead on. You figure out which is which. Yeah, man. So summer went by so goddamn quick.
Which is good for me.
Yeah, because now your schedule goes back to what?
Mornings open. I can do whatever the hell I want and stay out late at night
Yeah,
doing open mics and then coming home and sleeping.
yeah.
I don't sleep, so it sucks.
So happy for you. Are your kids excited about like your kids, the kids from school?
Oh, I don't know. I don't care. I don't talk to them. Well, I'm supposed to be involved with them? Screw that.
Yeah.
No. I mean, what kid? Every kid likes to go to school until like the 3rd month in. Then
Yeah, they want to wear their new clothes, wear their new backpacks, see who's in their class, and then after week 2, they're like, okay, enough of this shit.
How much money do you spend on back to school BS?
A lot.
Ugh.
A lot. You know, it's like I don't know. It's one of those things. They
have
get
2,
they give you and this is the youngest one. It's his first. He's only going VPK, so he's going to school like 3 hours a day. But even him, they got like this list of stuff that you got to have for him. I'm like, I don't know. Same thing when we were in school, like, oh, you got to have a protractor and a compass. I'm like, I don't think I ever used a protractor or a compass once, unless it was to like stab or punch another kid. What was the thing? Was that the
circle one?
The protractor is the half semicircle thing, right?
Yeah, where the needle goes down and
no, that's the compass, right?
I don't
See, this is how often I didn't use it. I don't even like. There's one. I guess we got to do a drawing. There's one that looks like a rainbow.
Yeah.
And then it's got like this side's a tape measure, and then this is for like angles and stuff.
Right.
And then there's the other thing that's like 2 deadly needles, and you use that. You poke one end in there, and you put like a pencil over here, and then you can draw circles.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
It turns into like a weapon.
Yeah, both of them do, because this becomes like plastic knuckles. Like you just that's why I think this generation is a little soft. Like, oh no, we can't bring weapons to school, metal detectors and everything. I'm like, I guess when you and I were coming up in high school and elementary school, it was more like prison rules. Like nobody had weapons, so it was like, what can we turn into? Remember how much you would spend like 5 minutes at the pencil sharpener
Turn into a shank
to get that sharpest point, and you would brag about that, like walking back to your desk. You're like, feel that.
You always
feel
poke
that.
somebody in the back of
and
the
that's
neck.
when it was the good lead. Like all you had to do was just jab them once, and they died from lead poisoning. You know. Yeah, remember taking paper clips out to the playground, just sharpening them down on the cement as hard as you could.
Did you ever used to make the pen cannons?
Oh man, I haven't
Load
made
a
those in
spring,
years.
And
Yeah,
then you hit and then it flies out.
yeah.
Did that.
And then whatchamacallit, Chinese stars, of course. Like you'd actually take paper, fold them up into Chinese stars, but then you could take staples and put them into the points of the paper star, so when you threw it, they actually stuck in stuff.
Jesus Christ,
Too
man.
far?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else did you make there, freaking Shawshank?
I had a die-cast metal Rambo lunchbox, and I hit some kid over the head with that once. Like that was just it
great.
became like a mace, and I remember getting upset and crying because there was a dent in my my die-cast Rambo metal lunchbox. You know, but that was it. Like you could go to school with a lunchbox that was camouflage. And on the front of it, there was a half-naked, muscle-bound man holding like 2 Uzis and a Bowie knife. And they're like, "Oh, cool lunchbox." And nowadays, like, remember that kid a couple of years ago got suspended for taking a chicken finger and using it like a toy gun to shoot his classmate across the table.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he picked up a chicken finger and he's like, bang, bang. And they like suspended him. They called the parents and they're like, well, Robert was using the chicken finger.
I feel like that's going to be the
gun.
call you're going to get for your kid. Like that teacher's going to have your phone number on speed dial.
I could not have 2 more different children. My oldest is the saint, and he's always on the wins all those best citizenship awards and always helping out and teacher's pet and everything.
Right.
And I just feel bad for my youngest because he starts Monday. And I've already been sitting there talking with him, telling him, hey, you can't just go around hitting everybody. You can't, like, I feel like I'm not that parent who's going to be like, oh, my son's an angel. He never does anything. I'm just going to pick up the phone every time going, what do you do now? What do you do now? Yes, I'll be there. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about him. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. He's very aggressive.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see that progress report every week.
He's very aggressive. His favorite movie is Boss Baby.
I haven't seen it, but I know about it.
It's basically a baby that comes in and is the boss of everything.
Is that by Alec?
Alec Baldwin plays
yeah.
the voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, no, looking forward to that. How about you? Anything big coming up?
Besides the August 29th show, nothing.
Really?
That's it, man.
Really? I'm let's see.
You got big shows coming up.
Big-ish. I mean, the 12th I'm going to be over at the, is it Aloma or Aloma Bowl over in Winter.
Oh, Sunday. That's
Yeah, this Sunday.
Right? I'm thinking about going.
Yeah, you should come out, man. Do a
I
spot.
don't know, man.
Come on out. Come on out. Do a spot. Every time I ask you to come out and do a spot and you don't, it turns out to be a good show.
Oh, then I'm not going to come out.
Nah, who knows?
Save you the headache.
But then, August, so in the middle of next week, August 15th, Dustin Diamond flies in at midnight. I pick him up at the airport. We drive down to Key West. The 16th and 17th, we're at the Bottle Cap Lounge at Key West, which we've done before. It's a great little room down there. August 18th, we come up. We're at the Winner's Circle in Lakeland, Florida, which is Bill Alcock's room. Have you done Bill's room?
What day is that?
That is going to be a Saturday.
Really?
Yeah. Have you done that room before?
No.
It's a great room. It's usually booked by Funny Business. But this time around, we went straight through the owner because he's had
Is
Dustin
this you
there
and
for
Screech?
years. Yeah, just
Or
me and
Diamond?
Dustin.
That's Dustin?
Yeah, just me and Dustin. August 19th, which is the Sunday, we'll be at the Laugh-In in Fort Myers. August 20th, we'll be at the other bar. He's just doing like a personal appearance, and we usually do the open mic there every Monday. But they're doing like a 90s type of, I mean, a few years ago when he was passing through town, they did like a meet and greet thing with him.
Right.
So we're still doing a show. You're going to be on it, of course.
Is Saved by the Bell 90s or 80s? It's 80s.
I believe it. No, I believe it's. Well, it went through so many years.
No, it's
I think
90s. Okay,
it
yeah,
was
it's
on
90s,
for like
yeah.
13 years. It started with a show called Good Morning Miss Bliss that actually had the. It was more about the teacher, and the teacher was who was the teacher that played. Haley Mills, I think, was the teacher. She was in the movies Parent Trap, and like she was a Disney actress.
Okay.
Who I believe this was supposed to be her vehicle, like later on in life, and then it turned into more about the students and became Saved by the Bell, and then of course it became Saved by the Bell, the college years and everything like that.
Right.
So, but I believe it started in the early 90s, I think is when it started running.
Okay.
So we'll be at the other bar. You'll be on that show. I'll be on that show. Ken Miller will be
Yay.
on that show. And Dustin Diamond will be there doing the handshakes and photos and shaking babies and stuff like that.
Careful
And
with shaking babies.
August 21st, Tuesday, I'll be at the Iron Oak Post in Melbourne, Florida. August 22nd, American Icon Brewery in Vero Beach. August 23rd, Propaganda Live in Lake Worth. Then August 24th, which is a Friday, Idle Zone Bar and Grill in Auburndale. And then on the following day, which is a Saturday, August 25th, Robot Brewing Company in Boca Raton. So it's
You are busy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight days. Some of those shows, we do 1 or 2 shows a night. So yeah, it's going to be one of those. I'll tell you, it always looks good on paper when you have it on your
It's
calendar.
a lot of hanging out.
2 or 3 days in, you're like, man, I can't wait for this to be over. Yeah. And then it goes by quick.
And then, well, you see, like you said, you kind of hate each other at the end, but then you guys get along,
Yeah, we have like a very brother relationship.
like love hate.
Yeah, like we're better than friends, but also that means that you got that family infighting every now and then. Like we're two very passionate people who don't like admitting when we're wrong about stuff. And that's always
It's a bad combo,
that's
man.
a bad combination to be in. Yeah.
Well, good luck, man, and I'll see you. I'll probably go to Lakeland's show. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think that's it for episode 27. What? We're at 37.
Yeah, 37 minutes.
I mean,
I feel like we didn't have a wow moment.
no, we didn't. I think the insult. We focused too much on the insult thingy.
Well, don't tell them that because now they're going to think we actually tried hard on that and then it didn't work out.
Well, I did.
How's your Instagram going?
It's horrible
Why?
because
Why?
you started Instagram like 3 weeks ago and already surpassed me in followers. All right. 2 weeks ago.
But dude, you know what I'm starting to learn? You talked about it a little bit last week about, have you fallen into the dark Instagram or what'd you call it?
Yeah, the dark side of the Instagram.
And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And now I do. It's like, it's all about content, right?
Right.
Content. So I'm sitting there trying to think, what witty thing should I put up today? Or what should I do and everything else? And then some girl who's never told a joke in her life just posts a picture of her in a t-shirt with her underwear and 2,000 likes.
Booty shots, man. That's what.
Is that what I'm going to have to start doing?
You guys are.
I got to start doing some booty shots?
I don't know if I want to see that.
I didn't think so either, but apparently.
You got a flapjack ass.
Yeah, I got no ass.
You got no ass.
I got no ass.
Just back.
Which is
and
why I'm going to
legs.
have a lot of back injury later in life because they're like, you're sitting on your nerve endings. There's no cushioning between you and your coccyx. You should put your wallet in your back pocket just to have some sort of padding.
To give you a.
You're going to be that old man with the freaking inflatable cushion I got to bring around.
Donut.
The donut.
Yeah, the inflatable donut. Yeah, man, Instagram sucks though when it comes to that.
I don't get it, man. And
Well,
things
I
have
mean,
kind of
you're
slowed
not a
down.
hot-
Like I took
you gotta
off
be a hot
quick.
chick.
I haven't broke. I'm trying to break 1,000 this week. 1,000. That's what I want. I want 100,000. But I think once you get your first 1,000, you just do that like 100 more times, right?
I mean, that's the goal,
Yeah.
but You got to have the whole, I guess, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just doing it, and then hopefully something happens.
I gotta admit, you know how to do everything on Instagram. Like I saw you putting together a post the other day where you're like, "Do you just do this and then this and then this and then this?" And I'm like, how do I post to my story? And you're like, no, you gotta do. And yeah, I'm actually surprised with the amount of effort you put into that.
Nothing.
What are you doing wrong?
I don't know. Maybe I gotta be more funny. I don't know.
I mean, you got all those pictures of celebrities. You got all those animations.
That was the angle.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No,
people don't care, man.
what is it?
People don't care.
Then how do all these people who got Instagram famous from nothing, how did it work for them?
Because like they'll throw themselves in front of a car singing a Drake song and get hit by it, and then like that's what they gotta do. They put themselves in harm, or they do something real stupid, or I don't know, man, or you get implants in your boobs. Big boobs sell.
I was talking to a guy last night about marketing, and he was telling me that the goal with all marketing they do, as much as they send out like advertising or whatever else, all they're looking for is 1% return. 1% return on everything they put out, and it's made it financially feasible to do what they did. And he's like, it's kind of like that in Instagram too. He's like, all you got to do is get that 1%. I've heard that with comedy before too. It's like, hey, all you got to do is get 1% of the population to kind of be into what you do and really big fans of yours, and you're set.
What is 1%? Like literally one person. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Don't look at me like that.
It's amazing that in our insult round, I didn't bring up just anything about how stupid you are. I went for looks, height, your mom, but didn't bring up some of the conversation.
What's up with that shit, man? My mom's a saint.
I know, but here's what happened the other day. I was at McDonald's and I tried to order 2 shakes for the boys.
It never works.
They're like, our ice cream machine is down, and I automatically said, "Wow, your ice cream machine goes down more than my ex-girlfriend." And the guy laughed on the other end. He's like, "But seriously, we don't have ice cream." And then I was like, "How can I turn this into something?" And
then my mom came into play.
And well, I didn't know what else to say. Like, your dad wouldn't seem appropriate.
That seems about right.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And then, I'd like, statement of fact, I've never met Kermit's mother. I'm sure she's an angel and a saint. But then I couldn't decide if it was like you're the only thing that goes down more than your mom is the ice cream machine at McDonald's, or your mom goes down more than the ice cream. It was so hard.
I like how you're analyzing.
It was a big ice cream machine joke. I just didn't know where to go with it. I think. Why? You think that was the winner of the night? You think that was which one? Let's see. What do you like here? Which one was actually which one really? I'll tell you the missionary style back problems. That probably has to do with me having no butt. I'm sure. So that one probably got me. Where did it all go? I had things. Oh, so which one was your least favorite or funniest? Do you think?
From mine or from yours?
Yeah, both. What'd you like?
I thought the 1950s ones. Mine was such a bad one. I was like,
you can't even say it with a straight face.
I couldn't say it with a straight face. I couldn't even do the voice and started laughing.
Yeah. So
they're all hitters.
Yeah.
I like the baby crib one. I like the baby crib, and I like the photo ID.
Oh, that's
fun.
Let's see what
the curb one. I felt like I heard before. That's why I was like,
Which one?
Sitting on a curb and can't touch the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that before. Somebody.
Have you? Yeah.
I think it was sitting on a.
Your feet dangle.
Yeah, feet dangling joke.
You look like Mario with Downs. That was good. Hey, 1950s called. They need the gangster hairstyle back. I don't think so.
It was a stretch.
Baked potato and jeans. All right, yeah, I got it. Police sketches. Me, you can do better. You look like you max out on a treadmill. Yeah, I don't even get that far. Your face is always looking like trying to... I can't believe you opened with that one, though. Like, your face always looked like it's trying to sip a milkshake through a small straw. That doesn't even make sense. I think you were looking at the sketch Sanchez did.
That's exactly what I was like,
You were looking at that because I'm like, no, that's not at all me.
But that's your face.
But that was your opener? Now you don't have an opener or a closer.
That's your... I did it based off the cartoon.
Yeah, that's
I
what
didn't
I'm
even
saying.
look at you for
Which
real.
was, that cartoon was drawn as me being on the potato diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like starving. Yeah. So, oh well.
Oh, well.
Well, you know what? We've had 26 episodes of pure magic, and then this one.
It wasn't that bad. It's just the camera shut off.
It was pretty bad.
It was bad?
It was pretty bad. But you know what's good about it? Like, when we first started doing this, remember I called you after, like, first two? I'm like, let's not post that one. Let's not post that one.
We have to post
I don't feel
this
like
one.
it was all. I don't feel it was our everything. And now I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is going up.
It's going up. We're not doing this again.
There's no option.
All right. Well,
Well, on behalf of everybody here at the Obligatory Podcast, I personally apologize if this one was not up to the standards you've come to expect from Kermit and myself.
we're just going to cut in snips.
in our defense, we've both had long weeks. He's been making baby diaper cakes. I've been just back to schooling stuff, and wow. I feel like I'm announcing the end of an era.
I feel like you're dying as you're announcing this. You're just like giving up, and you're giving up on the podcast already.
I've given up on this episode. But this is good, right? This just proves that nobody's... Come on, man. Come on. You can't... We all have favorite shows, not even podcasts, and like a couple of episodes out of the season, you go, they kind of phoned that one in. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people actually listen to this. You should say like a keyword and someone says it to you like, oh, wow, you listened to the whole thing. Nice.
Okay. The key word for today is failure. Failure. So if you see us on the streets and you want to let us know that you listened to episode 27, or if you just want to comment on the Facebook page, just write, hey, failure.
Hashtag failure.
Hashtag failure. Man, now I get to go on my Instagram and see that I got no new followers. You know what happened yesterday? I lost a follower.
Because it's a bot. I told you about that.
But I didn't pick up any bots.
You always pick up bots.
I didn't intentionally go out to find bots.
No, they find you and then they delete it.
Oh, like if you follow them back, that gets them to follow, and then they... Someone was telling me last night, same guy, that there's actually people out there that they build an Instagram page, get a ton of followers, then sell you that page to where you can start going through and slowly replacing their media for your media.
That's dumb.
That's dumb, but apparently, you know, he said it works, but you're going to lose some people and stuff. But then there's so many people that, you know, follow so many things. He's like, hopefully your content keeps them around. But it's kind of like jump starting, because you start at like 100,000 followers and then hope.
But it's not about the followers. It's
about the interactions.
Yeah, it's
right?
about the interactions and the impressions.
Right. Unless you're working for comedy clubs and then they just go, oh, this guy has 200,000 followers. We're booking him.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Realistically, you just want the followers for the comedy clubs to look at it.
That's all I want.
That's all you want.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If the followers are enjoying what we're posting and everything else, that's great. But truthfully saying, it's it's about putting butts in seats at live shows, right?
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
So you should come see our show on August 29th. Improv.
Yeah, I don't know. After this show,
You're so depressed about this show.
I'm so depressed.
Stop being so negative, man.
Like,
it wasn't that bad.
No. If this show was a pet, someone would have put it down.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like there should be a veterinarian.
I
for
feel like we're more like a
podcasts.
goldfish and we're still alive and we just got flushed in the toilet. We still have a chance to
I
come
feel like
up.
this whole show was a conversation we should have had privately before we recorded.
At least we have 2 cameras going and not
Oh, whoopee! Yeah, because I would hate to document this failure with just one camera. What's the point of failing if you can't see it from every angle?
If it's not filmed, it doesn't count. You know that.
This is true. This is true.
All right, well, we're going to end this now then. That was Obligatory Podcast, episode 27. I'm Kermit, and that's Depressed Mike. Make sure you follow us on iTunes, Spotify,
It's
YouTube,
not even worth it.
Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you around. It's so sour. You salty asshole. All right, Krusty Krab, I'll see you later, man. Bye.